Chapter 21, posted the 27th of April, 2020. Cade messaged me a photo of a human inside of a Zorb. Cade, this was today's plan. Unfortunately, the ball has to be reinflated every 10 minutes. Sierra, I've only seen one of those on YouTube. Where did you find one? Cade, I have a friend who rents them to use on the lake. Sierra, Plan B? Cade, not yet. Sierra, let's just go to the park. We can still sit and talk from a safe distance. There was a pause before he answered. Cade, well, I guess that works. Apparently, giving up on going over the top was not easy as me asking. Sierra, see you in 15 minutes. That shouldn't give Cade time to come up with anything else. Unfortunately, it barely gave me time to brush out my hair and put on a clean shirt. Cade's truck was alone at the south end of the lot. I parked 3 spaces away, grabbed a picnic blanket, and walked to a line of trees. Cade followed a few yards behind. I spread my blanket in the shade of a tree. Cade did the same 3 yards over. The Zorb ball would have almost let us touch. Just 1 week more. The governor has plans to let things open soon, and your self-quarantine will be over. Then we can make a decision about our social distancing then. Cade's eyes and smile widened. I like that thought. I feel like this month has been so long and that I have known you for so much longer. I think it has been because we have talked so much. If my spreadsheet was correct, we logged over 93 hours and counting. So about Gwen, the short story is we dated for a year. I bought a ring and planned the perfect proposal. The day before, we were picking something up at the mall and walked by the jeweler's. She pointed to a ring she thought was perfect and told me she wouldn't settle for anything that rated less than 1.5 carats, colorless and nearly flawless. The ring I could barely afford was a half carat. I asked her if the person matched her as much as the ring did. She laughed. I had a long talk with my dad that night and returned the ring. Instead of a proposal, it was a breakup. Only she beat me to the punch. 2 weeks later, she was engaged with a 2-carat ring from a lawyer she'd been seeing the same time as me. You didn't realize she'd been dating someone else? We were both busy. I was getting my business off the ground. She was getting an MBA. Looking back, I realized she chose the times for most of our dates and complained if they were too boring. I tend to be a perfectionist, so I didn't realize I was majoring perfect by her standards, not mine. I pushed most of my questions aside. If Cade was going to propose, he was going to have feelings for her. We were both old enough that past relationships were a given. For the record, my only expectation for a ring is it doesn't fall off. My college friend's husband gave her an adjustable toy ring from a dollar store, as he knew he couldn't afford much. For their 5th anniversary, he finally gave her a diamond. But she has the best marriage of all of my friends. Cade stretched out on a blanket and looked at the sky. You're serious about not needing things perfect, aren't you? Perfect gets to be too stressful. That was what I was trying to be with Craig. I was trying to match his perfect, whether spoken or implied. I'm not saying that relationships don't involve give and take, but neither person should try to be the other's perfect. You are a wise woman. I don't mind that you make things fun, but I don't want you stressing about me needing something over the top all the time. Life isn't a bigger and better scavenger hunt. A what? A bigger and better scavenger hunt. Each team starts with a new pencil. They go door to door looking for something bigger and better to keep trading up. Have you ever played? I can't say I have. My college friends ended up with a couch that way. My team lost. I used air quotes on lost. We traded for a pink bike with training wheels. The next house we went to, there was a girl just the right size to learn to ride. From the old car in the driveway and the textbooks on the table, it was obvious her parents were college students too. The mom traded a fresh plate of Snicker doodle cookies for the bike. Then I think you may have won. We talked long enough we had to move our blankets to stay in the shade. My water bottle ran out. Shall we do another movie night? I asked. Cade shook his head. Let's read a book together. That could be interesting. What book? Lauren Grace to readers. What book should they read? M. The Princess Bride. It was a really good read. Jonathan Livingston Seagull is a spiritual read, for the strength of youth could lead to some fun discussions. C. Something that's not too long, but I'm stumped for genre. It needs to be uplifting, nothing depressing. J. Anne of Green Gables. Ha ha ha, just kidding. W. I like the book Who Moved My Cheese. It's short and fun and gives a lot to talk about both personally and professionally and in their lives right then. Okay, tune in for the next chapter to find out what they read.